That's a tough question because a lot of it is cultural and it's almost like you feel like someone is looking down on you. I don't know that this actually worked with my wife, but this is how because she has that same thing, right? But this is how I tried to help her understand it. People would invite us to dinner, and she would tell me we should bring something, and some kind of food or whatever. And so then I just asked her, like, what would you feel like if someone, if we invited people over to dinner, and you had made this whole meal, you told them don't bring anything, and they brought something anyways, and what would you feel like? I mean, on one hand, you're thankful, but then, you went to all this trouble. You did everything. You made from the salads, the vegetables, the meat, the desserts. And so on one hand, you're grateful, but on the other hand, it's like, that didn't really have to be done. And then what happens if they actually liked their dessert better than yours, and then everybody wants to eat their dessert, not yours, or whatever, or and it can sometimes break down to that. But really, it's that thing of like, if you told somebody, don't do it, and you really mean don't do it, and then they do it anyways, there's a level where you're grateful, but there's another part where you're like, wow, we should have just made it potluck, right? So what my wife would then do is we would bring non-edible gifts. So we would still feel like we should bring something. And, I guess that's courteous, but, we'd pick up a flower or, something. So that's what we would do. Or we would ask, is there something we can bring? And if someone said, no, don't bring anything, I would tell her, we're not bringing anything other than, if you want to bring a thank you card or something. But it's really hard because especially if we don't know whether that other person is somehow expecting reciprocation or judging us if we don't. And it makes it really hard. That's why, again, in a kind of healthy church setting, if someone is really extending grace and expecting, nothing, then you can still give something, but it shouldn't be out of obligation, feeling like I have to do it. And if I truly give something unconditionally, I shouldn't expect anything back from you because I gave it unconditionally. And again, it's part of our culture, and you can't do this beyond, people that you really understand and that do this, because otherwise, you know how it is, like, oh, so-and-so never sent me thank you card. That's the last gift they're going to get from me, right? I mean, or, how rude or whatever, and people actually do judge people that way. So it is hard to do that. And again, this comes from having a healthy relationship, healthy church where we know each other and we can truly give and receive unconditionally.